Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man druuill, and I'm back at you with another video. I hope everybody's doing good. Back at you with another video. What up, everybody? It's your main man druuill. Let's get into it. Oh, that hit perfect. Look, this is what we're here to discuss today. If you won't be miserable with them, they think you're not their friend. Wish them the best and say a prayer for happiness. All right, when people unfortunately are stuck in their ways and they won't allow you to tell them something that would help them, or they won't be open to any new advice, they're going to be stuck in a rut of misery. And you try to help them get out. You try to tell them that, hey, you don't have to think like that. Hey, you don't have to view this that way. And I know nobody's perfect. I know even we have our own views that need to be worked on and things like that. Everybody has their things that get them. Okay? But when something is kind of simple and somebody's just not taking advice to it, you just gotta let them be. You gotta let them live their life. All right. When it's something as simple as just accepting happiness or accepting joy, it's very simple. But I understand there are depths to people's unhappiness and people's misery. So let's not look at this like this is just some light stuff like, hey, I understand you're miserable. Just be happy. I understand for some people it's not that simple. All right. But for things that aren't detrimental, for things that you just have to do every day, for things that are just everyday life things, you can just be happy about those things. Don't let those things get you down. Even those things may try to creep up and present themselves as Pharaoh. Those things may try to creep up and present themselves as something that's not good. They may try to present themselves as something that could take you out, but it's not strong enough. Guess what is strong enough? Your mind, because your mind is God's mind. So if your mind is God's mind, then nothing is strong enough to get you down. Nothing is strong enough to make that misery last. Nothing is strong. That misery is not strong enough to last in you if you have God in you. All right. If you have the mind of God, there's no room for misery. I'm telling you right now, if you have God in your mind, there's no room for misery. So you have to swap one out for the other, ladies and gents. All right. If you have misery in your heart, if you have misery in your mind, you have to forget that misery. Okay. You're going to have to forget it. You're going to have to let it go, and you're going to have to replace it with some God in you. All right. You're going to have to replace that misery with some joy. You're going to have to replace that misery with some happiness. You're going to have to bring on the happiness. You're going to have to call on happiness. You're going to have to bring happiness down from heaven in order to maybe your situation is so dire. Maybe your situation was so traumatic that you need to bring some happiness down from heaven to erase your misery. But guess what? I'm here to tell you right now that the gates of heaven have just opened up right now, and that happiness is pouring on you. Okay? That happiness is flowing all through you, around you, in you, as you. Okay? You are happy. Okay? That happiness is you right here and right now. All right, there's no more. There's ain't nobody happier than you. You might be the happiest person on the whole entire planet right now. You might be if you name it, if you speak it. Hey, I'm just a messenger. I'm just telling you to call forth happiness when you're feeling down, when you're feeling miserable. Speak joy. Okay, speak joyful things into existence. All right, you may not feel joyful this second. You may not feel happy right this moment, but I guarantee you, if you could find I'm gonna say it like this on purpose. If you could find the maturity, I think that's how they say it when they try to say it fancy. If you could find the maturity, okay, if you could find the maturity, all right, then to accept happiness and replace that misery. If you can replace that misery with happiness, with the idea and the feeling and the thought of you being a happy person, y'all, then guess what? That misery gotta go. It's gotta pack its bags and take its ugly self out of there. Okay? It gotta go someplace else. All right, misery. Guess what? I know you're hungry. I know you need to feed on something. But guess what? This spiritual being right here, this chosen vessel right here, this child of God, right here, you're not eating on us today. You're not eating on me today. All right? You're not eating on her today. You're not eating on him today. You got misery is going to starve after this video. And if it ever gets hungry and wants a snack, this video be right here. You could always come back. All right, that misery it has to go. You got to kick it out your mind. Kick that misery out your mind. It has no room in the mind of God. Okay, there are certain things that just don't have any room in the mind of God and God's mind, and misery is one of them. Kick the misery out. Okay, you don't have to be miserable. Misery is a choice. All right, when things happen to us and we stay stuck there, we're replaying it over and over and over again. It's like a horror movie, and we have other tapes. Just all right, don't judge me. All right, we got other tapes stacked up, and you just got the horror movie in the VCR, and it's just on replay, and that's the only movie that you're watching. And you done went to Blockbuster, you done got some new movies, you done got some new cassette tapes, and now the cassette tapes you don't even want to watch them. You just stuck on that horror. Why? Because you may be addicted. You may have been thinking this way for so long. Now your body has become addicted to the feeling. All right, that's why I said you have to become mature enough to say, you know what? I know I feel this way, but let me take my mind and transform it. Let me take this feeling and transmutate it. Let me take this energy and manipulate it, okay? And that's how you become an alchemist. Take that energy and manipulate it and turn it into some joy, okay? Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but what you can do is take that energy and you could mix it and remix it, flip it and reverse it. Schmurnifer, man, then you could I even said her name backwards. You could Missy Elliott it out. And you could take that energy and turn it into something positive, okay? Take that energy and turn it into something positive, y'all. Okay, that's all you have to do. When you feel blue, take that sad blue energy and turn it into mad new energy. Okay, rad new energy. Take that sad blue energy and turn it into rad new energy. Okay, totally, dude. Rad, super cool. Okay, you're gonna feel amazing once you tell yourself that you could be happy, man. All you gotta do is tell yourself these things. You may not be telling yourself anything, but that feeling is enough. You're stuck on a vibration of. And I understand, I know things are tough. I understand that circumstances like right here in your face, you're like druuill. That circumstance is like right here, dog. It's right here in my face. All right, it's right here. But I understand. You have Jesus in your mind. That circumstance is right here, but you got Jesus in your mind. And guess what? Jesus is stronger than that circumstance. It's going to crumble and fall before Jesus, okay? And you. That circumstance ain't stronger than the God in you. All right, so the God in you is saying, let there be joy. Okay, the God in you is saying, let there be happiness. So you take that misery and you stomp on it. You step on that scorpion. All right, you step on that snake. You trample that adder. You trample that lion. You scare them out of here. Okay, they can't. That lion is looking for something to devour. The lion is hungry and is looking for something to devour. Rah! It's not going to devour you or your happiness or your peace of mind or your joy or your success or your feel-good energy. Okay? You take that sadness and you tell that sadness it gotta go. It has to go. All right? It has to go. If the police came to the wrong house, what would you tell them? Yo, y'all gotta go. Well, you gotta go. You gotta go. Get out of here. Same thing. Same thing, okay? Imagination, okay? Imagination, all right? Be strong with it. Yo, fear, you gotta go. Misery, you gotta go. Whatever's making you miserable, you gotta go. All right? You gotta go. That misery gotta get up out of here. It gotta go. That misery gotta go. It's gone. All right? You tell that misery, give it the boot. That misery is gone. All right? Louisiana, that thing, pow, give it the boot. Shout out to everybody in Louisiana. We giving everybody. We may not be from Louisiana, but we giving misery the boot. Okay, you have to give misery the boot. All right, give fear the boot. Give doubt the boot. All right, anything trying to eat at you and anything trying to take your precious divine oneness. All right, anything trying to ruin your divine one-ship. All right, anything trying to take you out of that divine state of mind. Give it the boot. Just give it to Boo. It gotta go. All right, it can't stay inside this, because this is like, if you tell yourself this is God's mind, it's God's mind. All right, whatever you say I am to, whatever you attach I am to, that's what it becomes. All right, when you take your mind and say I have God's mind, your mind becomes God's mind. When you tell yourself I think God's thoughts, your mind thinks God's thoughts. When you tell yourself I have God in me, you have God in you. All right, and then some. So when you stay stuck on the misery vibration, you're attracting more misery to you. You're attracting more things to be miserable about. All right, you're not raising your vibration. You're not being happy. All right, this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Okay, not be upset and be sad in it. All right, God said rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. Okay, say it one more time with me. Rejoice. God said rejoice. All right, the joy of the Lord is your strength. All right, he didn't say nothing about sadness. He didn't say nothing about misery. He said the joy. The joy of the Lord is your strength. All right? The joy of the Lord is your strength, okay? And you make God happy by knowing that you have him to experience in you, through you, and as you. You make him real happy. All right? He's the Father, right? Got to make your Father proud. You make him happy. When you say, I have God in me, this mind is God's mind. I think God's thoughts. And when you tell yourself that, there's going to be no room for misery. All right? In that moment, that misery is going to have, pew, it's gone. That misery, I can't take it, man. I'm out of here, boss. I got to go. Misery is going to have to leave. At that point, it's going to have to flee from you. It's going to have to come out from amongst them. All right? It's going to have to come out from amongst them. Misery is going to have to flee. It's going to have to get out. All right? Flee from amongst me, devil. Okay? Yo, the wicked flee when no man pursueth. Misery is going to be out of here. All right? But all you have to do is think it out. Because you know why? You thought it in. Think it out. Okay? Think that misery out of here because you thought it in. All right? Stop thinking misery in your mind. Stop thinking misery into your existence. Think joy into your existence. Think happiness into your existence. Think well into your existence. Wellness, health, success. Think good things into your existence. Expect good. All right. Imagine good. Don't imagine bad. Don't imagine negative. Doesn't matter what happened 3 days ago. Doesn't matter what happened consecutively for the past 2 days. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what happened. This day was like that. That day was like that. It doesn't matter. All right. That Jesus saw that man and he was lame for what, 40 days? He been sitting there for I don't know how long. Jesus said, "Get up, get up, get up." Okay. When we are down, what do we say? I don't think y'all heard me. I said when we are down, what do we say? Did they hear me? No. When we are down, what do we say? There is lifting up. All right, get up. Lift your, get on up. Get up. Okay, get on up. All right, there is lifting up. All right, if you don't want to be miserable, if you don't want to be sad, you don't want to be upset, if you're ready to move on, if you're ready to feel better, if you're ready to experience peace, happiness, joy, success, if you're ready to experience those things, I'm here to tell you right now, it's possible. Oh, it's possible. It's more than possible. Because you have the Creator's essence and spirit all within you. All right? The Creator, he don't never experience sadness, upset, none of that. Okay? Don't be upset. Don't be sad. Okay? Be happy. Let that misery go. You experienced it. It was meant to be part of your experience. You weren't meant to be trapped in that misery. You weren't meant to hold on to that misery for life. All right, you know that Erykah Badu song, Bag Lady? You gonna hurt your back holding on to that misery. You gonna hurt your back holding on to that sadness. You gonna hurt your back holding on to that unhappiness. You gonna hurt your back. Let it go, all right? so you can ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Pause. Ease on down. Ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Ease on down the road. All right? Don't you carry nothing that might be a load, y'all. Ease on down the road. All right? I know where that message just came from. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Ease on down the road, all right? Ease on down the road. Don't carry nothing that might be a load. Misery, that's a load. All right, don't carry that misery. Don't carry the experiences that made you miserable. Don't hold the people in your mind in the same thought as the ones who made you miserable. I know them people did something wrong. I know them people did something that wasn't right. But what you have to do is you have to remove them from that scenario and remove yourself from that scenario, so that way you could so you could have a better life for you. It has nothing to do with them. You forgive them for you, so that way you can move on, so that way you don't have to be miserable, so that way you can be happy, so that way you could have joy, so that way you could wake up and it could be a sunny day, and even though it's nice outside, no matter what the circumstances, you could still be happy no matter what's going on. So why don't you let go of that misery today and bring on some more joy into your life, because the joy of the Lord is your strength. All right? And we're supposed to, this is a new day. Okay? This is a new day. I said, this is a new day. All right? And the Lord said, we shall rejoice and be glad in it. This is the Lord's day. Okay? This is the Lord's day. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. All right? Not be upset and be sad in it. All right? So everybody, if you're dealing with some misery, no matter what the circumstance is, all right, remove yourself from the situation, remove other people from the situation, all right, separate yourself and them from the negativity and the negative situation, so that way you can find it in your heart to forgive them, so that way you can let them go, let the misery go, let the negativity go, and that way you could open yourself up to new, better, wonderful, amazing things, because God has them just waiting for you. But the thing is, it's like holding on to something and you gotta let go to get something else. But if you're holding on to something that's hurting you, right? If you're holding on to something and you have to pick up something else, or if you're holding on to something and somebody got a bag of money right there and you're just holding this rock, or holding something that's heavy, or holding something that's in the way, you got to let go of whatever you're holding and put it down, so that way you can pick up what's good for you. All right? So why don't you put down that misery? Because God has some happiness for you to pick up. Why don't you put down all those negative things, all those negative thoughts, all those negative memories, all those negative experiences? Why don't you put those down? Because God has something more better for more wonderful, better, and amazing for you to pick up. Okay, and don't you steal my word. All right, God got something better for you. Okay, beautiful inside and out. All right, my chosen vessels. Okay, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. All right, hit the subscribe button. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome, have fun. All right, welcome, have fun. All right, thank you for joining. Thank you for hitting the like button. It helps the algorithm out. It helps the channel reach a wider audience. Okay, and thank you everybody for watching those ads. That's very live. I appreciate that. I'll see everybody in the very next video. Peace out.